God's desire is to lift us out of the dirt we're stuck in and place us on firm ground. Psalms 40 verse 2. And that's where the Lift Evangelist Ministries springs from.
Let limbs be straightened in Jesus' name. Let broken bones become straight.
Lift has one vision: to see the lives of people transformed through preaching the gospel with a demonstration of God's power.
Several years ago, Pastor Joe came to Uganda to visit at a conference. And when I saw him, I saw a man who is anointed to preach. And actually, I asked Joe, "Can you do crusades?" And Joe said, "Yes, I can." Since then, Joe has come to Uganda multiple times. He has done outreaches in universities. He has done crusades in towns.
Their heart is to bring the good news of Jesus Christ to those who are crying out and looking for answers, as they have done in the cities of Gulu, Hoima, Ishaka, Soroti, Rukunjiri, and Kampala in Uganda. Moses Malay, the Lift coordinator in Uganda, tells of the great impact that preaching of this gospel is doing in the different places that have been reached.
We've been out in 5 cities right now. We've been reaching them with the gospel of Jesus Christ, with the big crusades and prisons and school visits and hospital.
I'm so grateful for the Lift Evangelistic Ministry, for the great work they did when they came here in July for a great crusade which took place for a 4 days tense crusade. And I want to say that I'm so grateful because during the crusade people moved and they came all over from very many different places. Others moved 10 kilometers, others moved 7 kilometers, coming to what God was doing during the crusade. And I want to tell you, amazing thing happens. People got healed, people got delivered, many people received their hearing, and a lot of people came with great testimonies, and people who were in the hospital were carried to the crusade ground and they were healed.
Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh,
In the recently concluded crusade and conference in Mbale, Andrew Mutengu testifies of the changes they are experiencing all over the eastern region.
Words are not enough to express our gratitude. I stand here not for myself alone, but for everybody else that was part of the Lift Evangelistic Missions. We are so grateful to God for you. Thank you for being visionary. Thank you for loving Africa. Thank you for loving Uganda. And thank you for loving Mbale in particular, that you came and spent the days that you spent around just to make sure that the gospel is proclaimed.
Before Lift came here, we had a group of people who were preaching against the gospel. They would even preach on the radio against the gospel, telling people not to believe the gospel. But when Lift came, it gathered all churches together, all churches prayed, and in that prayer, when Pastor Joel came, on the last day of the crusade, there was a heavy wind that came and revival began there. That group has ceased now, it's no longer operating.
In the history of Hoima, it was one of the mega gospel crusade that released quite a tangible impact that cannot be deniable. We saw the response of crowds, how they came from all corners of the city. Roads were packed, people coming to the crusade, hungry to hear the word of God.
Thousands of people have accepted Jesus Christ, and a number of them are still in churches. Not only that, these crusades have brought joy to cities. Pastors and other churches have joined together, which has brought unity among us, the believers.
And the testimonies keep coming in from everywhere.
I want to appreciate for the good work God is doing in children's ministry, because after the Lift mission, a lot of changes happened in the church.
One of the greatest things working with these young people in the high schools is that we have a very young population here in Uganda. And if you miss reaching out to these young people, you've missed a great deal. And the importance of these high school outreaches for us as a team is one, you're getting these young people who are all in one place. You may not be able to get them in their different homes because some homes may not allow you to be able to reach out to the young people, but the schools give us an opportunity to reach out to the entire school. And through that, we've had thousands and hundreds of them come to Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much, everyone, and especially Live Mission Evangelism Ministry team and everyone. We thank God so much for this opportunity, and we thank God for the mission that was done in Gulu. It was a very impactful mission.
We want to thank you so much for those of you who are standing with us and those who are going to be continuing to stand with us. We bless the Lord. It's a great work we are doing here in Uganda, and continue supporting us in all ways, financially, prayer, and everything. And we bless the Lord for that. Thank you, and God bless you so much.